So, and the same in the Asperger's and autism syndrome. That's the show is with Dr. Mark Goldberger, and he addresses attention deficit disorder, Asperger's, and the autism spectrum disorder, and dyslexia as well that are in this category. So, eating disorders. So do you address all of these through play therapy as well?
Yes, they're all appropriate for play therapy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's go to the next, I think there was another list of diagnoses? No. Okay. So those are the ones that you address through play therapy. So talk about how you do this. I mean, that's why I wanted you here, is to say, okay, how do you change, how do you help children with all of these severe disorders by playing?
Yeah. I don't really do it. I'm just allowing for it to happen, but it's
you guide the happening.
Yes, I provide the environment for the child to heal himself or herself. But it's not as easy as it sounds to really remove yourself and provide a setting where the child feel completely accepted and able to process their issues. So what I do when the children come to see me, and on the first session I say, this is your time. You can play with whatever you want, but you don't have to. You can talk about anything you want, but you don't have to. And then I just mean it. And I just let them initiate.
Okay.
And I don't ask questions. Because if I ask questions, it's more my material or more things that I'm thinking about. Or more, it's not necessarily where they need to go right this minute.
Okay. So give some examples of how that works, because some kids maybe just sit there and don't do anything for a while. So how do you, that's part of the therapy, but what happens?
It's funny because I had a case just like that with an 8-year-old boy who came, and all he did was just draw in his notebook for like a long time, for quite a few sessions. And, I was getting nervous because, here I am supposed to be working and he's not doing it. And all I did, and my supervisor said, just accept him where he is. So at the end of the session, I would say, today you just wanted to draw in your notebook. And you need to really mean that
that's okay.
That's okay. And these are, by the way, also the tips to listen about in terms of the 15 minutes you want to do with your child. Not that you need to be a therapist, but, and then it's funny because when the insurance companies started requesting that we do treatment plan and review them, at first I was resentful because I'm like, okay, we need more paperwork.
Right.
But I was really pleased because we would review the plan maybe every 3 months, and almost every time we had to come up with new goals because all goals were addressed, and the child did it in the therapy in a way that, I of course always look for the feelings and reflect and teach the child about what he's telling me through the play. And that is always done through the play. So if
he initiates the play.
Yes. So if a kid, if I know they have a sister and they're throwing the baby and they say, the baby is not coming back, if that's something I know, I'm going to assume that's probably not their early childhood, but feelings about that. And I'll just reflect that. You really want that baby not to be here. And just by accepting it, it's really, whatever feelings I feel and whatever feelings and thoughts that I see coming as patterns, I reflect them. And, even if I'm wrong, typically kids will correct me.
So they'll tell you what they're feeling then.
Yes.
Okay.
And
depending on their age.
And if they're playing with me, if I have a role, I always ask them, so what do I do? I kind of just asking them, so what do I say? So I'm not bringing my own material. And I'm always remembering that if there is a victim-aggressor situation, that they may be either one.
So they choose who
despite-
you are and who they
yeah,
are.
despite if they're playing the aggressor, they might be the victim,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
vice versa.
Okay. And so, give the child that came in and didn't and just drew and drew.
Oh, yeah.
What
So-
was his original diagnosis? Why did they bring him?
He was having a social problem, and he was having problems at school. And then I forgot to tell you the end. I met with the parents 3 months later, and here I am thinking, well, they'll never hire
be
me
happy.
again. And we went through the goals that I set with the parents, and I always meet with the parents separately without the kid. And they say, "Oh yeah, he's doing great. He's doing better in school. He's doing better socially. He's got a friend. He's got a new friend." And I'm like, this really works. And it's just that we have it inside us, that we're always striving to heal. We're always striving to mature, and it just need to be allowed to be expressed.
Okay, and help to be aware of what
Yeah.
you're feeling.
And that children don't need to be told how to heal any more than adults do.
Okay, okay. So